welcome to the Week 17 Championship Breakdown. Starring Tua Tagovailoa, pretty boy of the NFL, Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, the only man who can catch in Kansas City, Rashee Rice, and Justin Jefferson, last minute addition. We also have Amari Cooper putting up 50 points last week, and king of the impossible touchdowns, Courtland Sutton. DK Metcalf, who's looking pretty mentally well adjusted here. He might give you 0.9, he might give you 20. His name is Devontae Adams. We got James Cook, inspiring high jumpist. All you eliminated managers, sorry you didn't make it. Please be kind to the commissioner on your way out. Beat your ass on the field, he'll beat your ass in the club. It's Alvin Kamara. Rashad White doing whatever hell dance this is. Jamar Gibbs, the only one to survive the curse of last week's video. Isaiah Pacheco. Aaron Jones busted a move. Evan Engram, who either broke his ass or walks like the Terminator when he scores a touchdown. And Okonkwo, Chisel Gizm, I don't know. Well, let's get into it. So in this video, we'll be breaking down both of the championship teams in our league, kind of get an idea how they acquired these players and who we might think has an advantage going into the game this weekend. We're going to start off with taking a look at the quarterbacks. We play in a 2-quarterback league, so of course, just the two of us has Tua Tagovailoa. He's been a key member of their team this year. Obviously, he was drafted quite early in the third round, and he's been a rock. The only thing is, he has got a sore thumb. I'm not sure if it's from that gentleman, but somehow he's hurt his thumb, and he will be either playing hurt or may miss the matchup this weekend against Baltimore. So strap in. Hopefully for Tua's sake, he's in the game, but it could be a ride. And of course, drafted in the second round here, poor Trevor Lawrence. He has just gotten absolutely beaten up. He's got a shoulder injury. He hurt his ankle here. It's a bit of a car wreck right now for the team and himself over the last couple of weeks. So he's trying his damnedest to play, but I don't think he practiced today, and he's questionable as well for this weekend. So it could be a disastrous quarterback situation for just the two of us. On my team, thankfully, I have in my first round pick Lamar Jackson, and he's been pretty much a stud all year. He's got a couple dud weeks, but overall, he can't complain. And most of my team fell on their face last week, but Lamar Jackson got me in with a great game against the 49ers, and he'll be interesting to watch.
He is Houdini!
Speaking of Wizards, here's a guy who may know Gandalf. It is Kyler Murray, and I picked him up off the waiver wire when he was still on injured reserve, and he's been a pretty good secondary quarterback. He's not doing anything amazing in the NFL-wise, but he puts up good numbers, and to be fair, he came back when they were 1-8. What can you expect? But the man runs like a cartoon character, and he's fun to watch. Let's break down the wide receiver situation. And this is a situation where I think just the two of us has a much greater edge over my team, mainly due to poor decisions on my part, which we'll get into. But first off, we have Rashee Rice, who has been basically wide receiver number 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs over the last number of weeks. He's been Mahomes' really most reliable receiver. He's getting targeted by the defenses with that, but he's also getting a lot of attempts, and he's seeming to pull in a good amount of points every week. Which will be exciting for just the two of us, though, is he'll be getting, has been getting Justin Jefferson back, his number 1 pick, who has been gone most of the year, but he's come back in time for the playoffs, and he got him through the semifinals, and we'll be looking to make some action happen in the finals. And my mistake, I dropped Amari Cooper after his concussion and with his old backup quarterback, what was it, DTR? But yeah, since Joe Flacco came back in the fold, his points have gone from 3 to 5 a game to 50 last week. So take it for what you will. A man I would love to start this week, but I won't, is Courtland Sutton. Last week he got a concussion, and now Russell Wilson's benched, kind of ruining him. But I got him in the 15th round, and he's been solid all year. Wanted to give him a shout out in this video. A man who I don't want to give maybe a shout out in, it's not his fault because the Las Vegas quarterback situation is so messed up. But Devontae Adams, I picked him in the 3rd round, and he has not been reliable. But some weeks he does get a good point score. Hoping for one of those in the championship. And a man I drafted right after in the 4th, DK Metcalf. Low teens, not really, he's been solid. It's just with JSN and Lockett on the field, the ball has to be shared, and he's getting targets, but just not enough. All right, let's talk running backs. And if I think I'm going to win this week, this is where my core is going to come through against just the two of us. I think I have him edged out, but let's look through the guys and make a determination ourselves. Coming up for my team, we have James Cook, who has been amazing the last couple weeks. Last week in the semifinals, he did lay a 6 on me against the Chargers, which was a bit unexpected. I'm hoping it's a letdown game and we see more of what he put up against Dallas here in the championship. I picked him up in the 5th round, and he hasn't been great all year, but he's been solid for that pick. I'm happy with him. Up next, Alvin Kamara, who is, low teens to 15 almost every week, except, of course, in the semifinal when he lay a 6 on me against a tough Rams defense. But I'm hoping in the championship, once again, he reverts back to his 15 or so, giving me a chance to take it home. And so just keep stroking, baby. Roll that ball. Give me those points, Kamara. I need them. Coming up next is who I like to call my CMC. Seriously, the second half of the season, he's pretty much had the same numbers as CMC, and he has been my team MVP easily. It is Rachaad White. Look out. I got him in the 8th round, an absolute steal. Now, on just the two of us side, injuries continue with Pacheco taking a hit to the head last week. And come on, NFL, can we get some solid equipment? But man, if he's healthy, look out, because he is a solid running back and puts up points every week. And Gibbs, we talked about him last week. We'll talk about him again this week. Once again, a 2-touchdown performance against the Vikings last week. The man is on fire. I fear him again. Look out for Mr. Gibbs. And a guy I'm not too familiar with is Aaron Jones. He was picked up by just the two of us in the 4th round, and his numbers haven't been great this year, but you can see the man has talent, and with the Packers looking to get in the playoffs, we'll see what he can do this weekend. All right, let's look at our tight ends, our kickers, and our defenses coming into the championship matchup. On the tight end side, we have Evan Engram, who I've been running all year. I picked him up in the 7th round, and he provides a pretty steady floor, around 8 to 10 points a week. He's got some touchdowns lately. Okaku is having to come in to fill in this injury to TJ Hawkinson on just the two of us. That's a bit of a letdown for just the two of us losing TJ. He was drafted in the 6th round and will be a loss on the championship game. Kicker-wise, I will be putting in Jake Moody. I feel like he will be having a pretty safe floor this week. You figure with the San Francisco 49ers having a bit of a revenge game against the Washington Commanders, there'll be a number of touchdowns for the extra points and hopefully a field goal or two to get him around that 10 spot. Just the two of us is running Brandon Audrey, and he's been a pretty good kicker this week, or this year. Some games pulling in 22, some games, 15. So he will be a threat for sure. Defense-wise, this is where it gets really interesting this week. Just the two of us will be running Philadelphia. And why is that interesting? Well, I'm running Kyler Murray as quarterback. So if their defense tramples Arizona and Kyler Murray can't put points up, that could be a big point swing right there. And alternatively, on my side of the ball, I'm having Baltimore as my defensive unit, who will be going up against Tua or potentially his replacement if he can't play because of his sore thumb, thus being another swing game. So that will definitely make those two key matchups to watch for this championship game. So, prediction. I think I'm going to take it. Looking at the lineups, there are many serious questionables beside just the two of us as a lineup currently. And the story of this year is my team has remained solid, good mid-team, beating up teams with superstars out for injury, and that's what I expect will happen here. Anyways, you never know. Good luck to just the two of us. Good luck to everyone moving forward next year. Thanks for playing fantasy this year, and I look forward to the championship.